To Netwatch Cullen Park for the TG4 LGFA Junior Championship clash between Carlow and London. Carlow coming into the games with full points from their opening two games, while London also have a chance of reaching the semi-final. Very, very important game for both sides, with, as I mentioned, a chance of reaching the All-Ireland semi-final, the All-Ireland Junior Championship semi-final. Delighted to be joined by former Carlow player at the moment, Niamh Ford. Niamh, both these sides met earlier in the league. London came out on top this time, but Carlow have really hit form in recent weeks.
Yeah, Carlow have been really strong their last few games. They played intermediate for the Leinster Championship, and I think that's really stood to them. So I think there's going to be a really good match here between the two of them today.
Yeah, Carlow slight favourites going into the game despite that result in the league. There are a few changes within the two teams, starting with Carlow. We'll give you the full team, then the changes. In goals, Nicole Hanley. Full backline of Niamh Murphy, Ona Fitzpatrick and Antoinette Dowling. The half back line, captain Ruth Birmingham wears the number 5 jersey. She's joined by Ellen Atkinson and Nuala Moan. A very strong half back line for Carlow. In midfield sees Elaine Ware joined by Roisin Bailey. Orla Hickey, Aveen Gilmartin and Rachel Sawyer make up the half forward line. The full forward line in Carlow. The informed Sarah Doyle has been in superb scoring form throughout this championship. She wears number 13 and she's joined by number 20 Adele Hayden, replaces Sinead Hayden. And Niamh Kelly wearing number 15 completes the Carlow side that are managed by Ed Burke from Mile Rovers. Over to the London side now, where there are two changes. In goals, Caoimhe O'Reilly, full back line of Josephine Quinn, Renee Murphy and Nicole Mulholland. Niamh Walsh, Ellen O'Brien and number 22 Martha Jordan comes in for Shona Roche. The vastly experienced Beatrice Casey is joined by London captain Cleona Tuig. And in midfield, the half-forward line, Emma Mulhern, Aisling Cunningham, and number 17, Denise Doherty, comes in for Hannah Noonan. And the London full-forward line, Emer Alcorn, Rebecca Mills, and Caroline McCarthy. And this London side is managed by Patrick Bowles of Ula in Limerick. So, there's no one married, that was my mistake. But looking out into the field, and there was a bit of sun a few minutes ago, but that has been replaced by a very, very heavy rainfall, which has been kind of the story this morning here in Carlow conditions wise. But there's a strong breeze after picking up as well, which could have an impact. It seems from our angle here on camera that it's going across the field. But what kind of bearing do you think the conditions will have on today's game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough. It's been raining on and off here all afternoon. The last time these two teams met, it was an atrocious day. The rain was absolutely pouring down. So I think it's going to make it a little bit more unpredictable with the conditions, the slippy conditions.
We'll now pause for Auron Naveen. A fine crowd in Netwatch Cullen Park as well here. Niamh, great to see so many people attending today's game.
Yeah, it's great to have the support in. There was younger underage girls had a guard of honour before the match, and they'll be out at half time, so they're delighted to be in here, and I'm sure the two teams will be delighted to have such support as well.
Huge game obviously for Carlow if we concentrate on them for the moment. You know, a win guarantees a semi-final place, which would replicate what happened with them last year. You know, they had a difficult enough league campaign. Manager Ed Burke really trying out the whole panel, as we saw throughout that campaign. But you know, it is big business today, and a huge chance for them to reach the last four.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the Carlow team will be really excited to play out today. They've been really on form the last few matches, so they have it all to play for here today. The group is super tight though. I'm not even sure what will happen today but Carlow will really be going for the win. That's what they'll be aiming for.
Yeah, Carlow, okay, if they win, it really doesn't complicate things. Of course, they'll be playing Limerick in the semi-final, but if London pull off a victory, could have 3 teams on 6 points with Fermanagh as well. So that's when scoring difference comes in. Of course, Derry pulling out of the competition has complicated things further, but you know, London will really be confident of, you know, pulling off a victory as well here. It's a very tight game, as you said.
Yeah, absolutely. The both teams are going to be very evenly matched, and I think that London will also be full of confidence and really believe that they can win this match too.
Yeah, so London already lining up. They're going to be playing from right to left, as you left to right, as you see on screen. Referee Paul McCoy just waiting for Carlow to get into position. So we're moments away from throwing here in Netwatch Cullen Park for this TG4 LGFA Junior Football Championship Round 3 clash. The sun has come out again here in Carlow. Hopefully it will stay out, but I mean, it's been changeable so far since we started commentary, so anything is possible here. So referee Paul McCoy from Westmeath just checking which ball he's going to use to throw in here. We already see Aisling Cunningham moving out to midfield for London, so plenty of positional changes to be expected. We're also seeing there Sarah Doyle out in midfield, maybe just for the throw-in, Niamh.
Yeah, I think that's what they've been doing for a lot of the matches. They've Sarah Rachel out for Elaine to tap it down to them, and it's worked pretty well. So
we'll see Rebecca Mills wearing number 14 for London as well. So moments away, as I said, from throw-in. Paul McCoy, the referee, going through his final checks, but we thought we were underway. A little dummy from the referee. Something went wrong. A little smile on his face as well. I think it was he lost a whistle there for a moment, but we are now finally underway. It's Aisling Cunningham winning it initially for London, but the ball drops to Sarah Doyle, and Doyle, low delivery inside, and it's a good one towards number 12. That's Rachel Sawyer. Sawyer gets the pass away to Doyle. On the run there, big scoring chance. Back to the number 12 again. That's Rachel Sawyer, and just maybe rushed the shot a bit, Niamh, there. She'll be disappointed with how that one finished.
Yeah, that was great play though, build up to that, and Rachel will be a little bit disappointed with that, but good start from Carlow.
Yeah, very positive start from Carlow there. It's going to be a kick out now for the London goalie. Quiva O'Reilly goes short with it to Josephine Quinn, and Quinn gives it to her full back Renee Murphy out on this right hand side. Low hand pass from Murphy into the middle, and it's the London captain Cleena Tuig plays it in front. A good run from Murphy, continuing down the right wing, gives a low delivery. 3 Carlow defenders there, but it's one inside and one very well inside by Caroline McCarthy, I should say. It's out the left wing now, and London advancing well here. They're on the arc there at the semicircle. Aisling Cunningham gives it back, and over in space, a bit of space, simply quickly closed down. Renee Murphy. Murphy gets the shot away. It's a decent depth for it, but just to the right and wide. And both sides now have had attacks, their first attacks of the game. 2 wides, but very positive play from both teams.
Yeah, really good there by London as well, and I think it's going to be an exciting encounter.
Kick out comes from the Carlow goalie Nicole Hanley. Could do well to keep in play. Ellen Atkinson trying her best. She did keep it in play, but only to the advantage of Cleena Tuig in London. Beatrice Casey with the hand pass. Now it's into sub number 17, Denise Doherty. A sub or a change before throw in here for London. London now looking very dangerous in attack. Patient build up with Cleena Tuig. Tuig switches play, and it's a good ball over to that side. It's a number 5, Niamh Walsh. Walsh well capable of putting the ball over the bar. Gives it back to Rebecca Mills. Good dummy from Mills. Gets the shot away, does Rebecca Mills. Is that the first score of the afternoon? It certainly is. It's come for London. It's come from Rebecca Mills. Very patient build up, Niamh, and a very good finish as well.
Yeah, really good shooting there by London. That's something that they had over Carlow the last time they met.
Yeah, it's Niamh now. Niamh Murphy going through with it. Niamh Ford in commentary with her. Not out on the pitch, but full value in commentary as well here. It's Carlow on the attack. The delivery in from Ruth Birmingham, the captain. It's a good ball inside too. Again to Rachel Sawyer, who's been very prominent. Has the pace initially to beat Nicole Mulholland. Still going as Sawyer. Maybe a goal chance here for Carlow. It's given across. O'Reilly gets a hand to it. Good work from the London keeper. And it's a bit of a let off there. She opted to go across. Did Rachel Sawyer. The hand pass was maybe the right idea. The was closing down. Goal chance for Carlow doesn't come to fruition, and it's London on the attack with Emma Mulhern. Goes backwards into the midfield, and now it is Beatrice Casey with possession for London. Delivers long inside, but out in front, and it's good work back there from Mona Fitzpatrick, the full back for Carlow. And Carlow now down this left hand side yet again. It is their captain Ruth Birmingham. Back it comes now to the number 17 on that occasion. It wasn't indeed. It was Avian Gilmartin with the pass. It didn't go to plan, out over the sideline, but Carlow, even though they're a point behind, they have very positive play here.
Yeah, super run there by Rachel, and they're just unlucky that didn't go away, but it didn't go their way.
And London now have it again through Beatrice Casey, as you'd expect, would be very prominent in the early stages here. On the run now is Rebecca Mills. She's got the only score of the game. She's looking for a second point, gets the hand pass away instead, just evades Denise Doherty. And good work over there by Nuala Moan, wearing number 7 for Carlow. Carlow now trying to work it out through Luke Birmingham. Good run off her shoulder there, but Beatrice Casey was overzealous in her tackle, says the referee Paul McCaughey, and Ona Fitzpatrick has a chance to take this free, just calming things down. I think was Ona there, just maybe a bit Carlow in danger of rushing things a little bit here. There's a slip back there, well won again though by Carlow, and Fitzpatrick has it once more into the middle now. And Carlow just having a patient build up here to get out of the fence. Antoinette Dowling back to her captain Ellen Atkinson, and over now into midfield has Roisin Bailey. London getting their defensive set in place. The two number 13s over there, Emer Alcorn and the ever dangerous Sarah Doyle, who can pop up anywhere on the field. Doyle delivers, looking for Adele Hayden, doesn't get it initially, does Hayden, but it's fallen to Niamh Kelly. Kelly on the run, Minnie as she's known. Niamh Kelly still going with it. 3 London defenders come close to her. The ball comes back to Gilmartin. Gilmartin with the strike, but it's going to drop short. Frustrating one there for the Carlow number 11. And good work though from Quiva O'Reilly in collecting that one. Didn't panic with the ball. There is a dangerous wind, but London have come away successfully, and down the line the delivery goes. It's going to be picked up back there though, and it's Fitzpatrick once more into the middle to Gilmartin, fresh from taking that shot on goal. Good work back there though from Emma Mulhern, putting the pressure on Elaine Ware. Now back to Fitzpatrick again, and on the angle comes Roisin Bailey for Carlow. Going forward now, advancing into the 45 metre line. Sarah Doyle has it now. Doyle trying to create a shooting chance. Good work from Renee Murphy, but Carlow still in possession. Good running through on goal. It's Sawyer this time. She had a chance for a goal earlier on, but she's going to take the point in this stage. That's a fantastic
referee's
score.
calling it back there. She's saying she travelled, so that counts. Score is not going to count.
Well, it's not going to count indeed. Over carrying from Rachel Sawyer. And a big crowd here in Netwatch Cullen Park. Didn't hear the referee's whistle, but it's a score that's cancelled now for Carlow. So London remaining 1 point to the good here after nearly 6 minutes of this TG4 LGFA Junior Football Championship game. As Rebecca Mills has been very prominent in this game thus far, going forward with it again. Delivers inside. It's a good ball inside as well there towards Ashley Cullen, but excellent defending back there by Ellen Atkinson, I think it was, that got the hand in. It's Atkinson in possession now once more, looking for a bit of space here. It's Ona Fitzpatrick. Good run there, back there from Niamh Murphy, and Murphy advancing into the middle to A.V. Gilmartin. Gilmartin now advancing past the 65 before delivering inside, and it's a good ball too. Touch. Well, it didn't go immediately to hand, but there's a bit of pressure there on Rachel Sawyer. Blatant push on the back. Sawyer's trying to take it quickly after that foul by Josephine Quinn. She's not going to get a chance though. But Rachel Sawyer has had a very impressive start. Okay, unlucky with that chance for a point just over carried, but she's proved a very good target inside for the Carlow players.
Yeah, Rachel's a seriously talented player, and it's the London defence have done quite well so far. She's a hard player to keep out, so I think she's going to be very influential for Carlow.
Just an injury now to one of the Carlow players, so there'll be a slight delay. They will restart with that Carlow free after that foul on Sawyer, but a little bit of concern here for one of the Carlow players.
For Minnie Kelly, I think she just took a knock there going in for that ball.
Yeah, 50-50 challenge as Rachel Sawyer was collecting. Just an accidental collision, I think it was, so the treatment for Niamh Kelly. As the score remains 1 point to no score in favour of London in the early stages. Rebecca Mills with the only score of the game thus far, and it's a very even contest, Niamh, too, with some high quality football on display.
Yeah, both teams doing really well there. It's been a really busy first 7 minutes. It's the first out of break they've had.
It's Elaine Ware with that free into the middle. Well picked up there by Sarah Doyle. Doyle trying to fashion a shooting chance. Gets that shot away, but it's gone with the wind. It's gone to the right and wide. A second wide for Carlow, and Sarah will be a bit disappointed with that. No, in fact, it's a free. He's given the free as the referee for a tug on the jersey. So.
Yeah, Carl will be happy with that second chance. I'd say Sarah would have been disappointed to have that wide.
Distance about 35 or so metres, well within her compass as well, so she's going to get another chance from a bit further out maybe now, just a couple of metres outside the semicircle. And Sarah Doyle, well, she had a sighter with that shot, so know which ways the wind is blowing. Has been in excellent form for Carlow in this championship. It's Sarah Doyle, judged it to perfection. That's the equalising score, and just as you'd expect, Niamh Ford, Sarah Doyle will put them over all day long.
Yeah, Sarah's an excellent free taker, and she's been really on form the last few matches. Really well done by her.
Quick kick out from Caoimhe O'Reilly. She goes short with it, so London trying to advance out from their 45. They've done so very successfully. Nicole Mulholland brings it back inside, taking that pass from Josephine Quinn. It's the number 13, Emer Alcorn, who's well out from her number 13 corner forward position. It's only Aisling Cunningham in the full forward line for London. Everyone else is spread out all over the field. On this occasion it doesn't work for London initially, but Cunningham is there to win possession back for Patrick Bowles' side. Into the middle now it comes, and switched all the way back to the 65, or near to the 65 for Renee Murphy. And now to Rebecca Mills. Mills cuts back inside. Good drop of the shoulder from her before getting the pass away. Shooting chance here comes. It's a good effort, and over the bar it goes. Emma Mulhern, and that's just a little bit too easy for London from Carlow's point of view, but either way it was a well taken score.
Yeah, really good score there by London to put them one ahead.
Emer Alcorn with her first point of the game. As this one from Nicole Hanley goes short to her captain Ruth Birmingham. Hanley on the 21 metre line takes it back, looking for some options here, and she's no problem coming out with it. Does very well to create the space for Ellen Atkinson, the Carlow captain. Sarah Doyle has showed with that run, being man marked by Emer Alcorn. Doyle goes long with it, goes short with it. Good ball, well read by Rachel Sawyer. Sawyer's in again here. This time there could be a chance for goal. Good work from the London defence. It doesn't matter though. There's a brilliant finish this time around from Rachel Sawyer. It all came from the keeper, Nicole Hanley, creating the space for Ellen Atkinson into Sarah Doyle. The low delivery, and Sawyer rounded her marker, rounded the keeper, and finished brilliantly to the net.
Yeah, Rachel decided to go for herself this time, and that's the ideal sort of response that Carlow would want after that London point.
1-1 to 2 points now in favour of Carlow. 10.5 minutes played as London move this one forward. It's a good ball up, not judged though well by the London player there. It was Caroline McCarthy trying to win it, but Carlow have their dander up now, and there's a foul there by London. It's going to be a free for Carlow. It's a good ball now from Elaine Ware to her midfield partner Roisin Bailey. Good defending though from London. Looked like a free to London maybe there. A foul, looked like a foul Ellen O'Brien, but play away, says referee Paul McCoy, and that's exactly what Sinead Aiden has done. Niamh Kelly is in for a goal chance. She just rushed her shot there. She had more time and space than she realised, I think, and that's a third wide for Carlow, but another chance goes a begging, Niamh.
Yeah, there are a few wides now, but their forward play has been really good, and they've actually been just a bit unlucky so far. The London defence has also done really well.
Yeah, in fairness there, as Niamh Kelly came through, she had a bit of space initially. It was quickly cut out there by the number 22, Martha Jordan. So Kelly took the shot. Sadly, from Carlow's point of view, went to the left and wide. So kick out here for London and their keeper, Caoimhe O'Reilly. Looking at her options here, she's went short all game long, and that's not going to change now as Cliona Tuig, the London captain, takes possession. Tuig looks ahead and gives a good ball there to the centre back, Ellen O'Brien. To the left hand side now as London advance. If there is a breeze favouring anyone, it's slightly to London. Going across the field, as we mentioned earlier, as Rebecca Mills goes on her own. Mills has shown already in this game how accurate she can be in front of goals. Beatrice Casey now has an option out to the left. It's her captain, Cliona Tuig. Tuig just cuts inside to the right and pops it over the bar. Excellent score from the London captain, and they've been able to do that all game. They've managed to fashion scoring chances, and that's another fine score.
Yeah, some really good scores there from London, and that's probably something that the Carlow defence wants to look at, but really good from both sides.
Good score there from London once again. Cliona Tuig in the right place at the right time to put that over the bar. And Zona Fitzpatrick takes possession for Carlow. Back to her keeper, Nicole Hanley, who's already shown how prevalent she can be with ball in hand. It's out to the right hand side now in the corner back. With it is Antoinette Dowling. Low delivery from Dowling. Advantage to Carlow and Sarah Doyle. Clear foul and gives it again inside to Rachel Sawyer. Different defending this time from the London players, but Sawyer has gone through again. Great work from the number 12 operating at full forward. Gives it across to Niamh Kelly, Minnie as she's known. Gets it back to Sarah Doyle. A difficult angle for Sarah Doyle. And it's gone to the right and wide. Maybe had better options outside and recycled possession. She went for the shot. And no harm in having the shot, but the angle was very difficult there.
Yeah, really tricky one for Sarah, and she probably alright to take the shot, but maybe were options outside.
It's a fourth wide for Carlow. They lead 1-1 to 3 points here. As Queeve O'Reilly gives this one short to Martha Jordan, wearing number 22. At start of the game. And it's across the left-hand side now. Josephine Quinn getting the pass away, and London with a bit of space to run into now. It's Nia Walsh over on that left-hand side. Gives a good ball in towards Caroline McCarthy. McCarthy on the run here has options and plenty of pace to burn as well. Does the London number 15. She's trying to get a shot away. Two Carlow defenders on top of her, but it's going to be a free, says the referee. I thought initially it was good defending from Carlow, but doesn't go to plan. Another chance for London to level the game.
Yeah, Antoinette Dowling there, I think, was the player who fouled. Probably a little bit unlucky, but London will probably take advantage of this, you'd imagine, put it over.
Yeah, it's Aisling Cunningham coming out from full forward to take this. Just waiting on the referee's signal. A bit of a discussion as well as who's going to take this free. Cunningham is the player with the ball in her hands. Just inside the 21-metre line. First free of the game for London in a scoring position. That one's gone over the bar. We're level here. Finally taken score there from Aisling Cunningham. It's her first of the game. Wearing 11, but playing at full forward, so 1-1 to 4 points. And it has been a very even game, and the scoreline is reflecting that there as Ona Fitzpatrick takes possession under pressure immediately from Cunningham, but gets the pass away to Ruth Birmingham and into the middle of goals, and Carlow going through the lines with the hand passes, and it's Elaine Ware with a ball to Sarah Doyle, who's been very, very prevalent. It's Josephine Quinn detailed to marker at the moment, but Doyle creating a bit of havoc here as she goes on the run. Herself and Rachel Sawyer really been the star turn for Carlow so far, but she lost possession. Good defending from London, but Carlow have managed to win it back. Roisin Bailey with it. Sarah Doyle now. Good drop of the shoulder from Doyle. The shot comes in, crashes off the post. Could land favourably for Carlow, but I think the hand came in there to deny Niamh Kelly. And away come London with it again. Cliona Toohey with the pass over to that far side. Nicole Mulholland doing well to keep it in and give the pass away to Emer Alcorn. Alcorn into the middle again to Emma Mulhern. Mulhern across to Rebecca Mills, and London able to get out of the fence with consummate ease on this occasion. Centre back Ellen O'Brien now moving forward. She's got plenty of space to run into. The ball doesn't really bounce in her favour, but finds a pass to Niamh Walsh. Wearing number 5 on the attack now is Niamh Walsh from the Parnell's club in London. The shot comes in. It's like dropping over the bar. Great score from London. Puts them back into the lead. And that is as good a score as you're going to get from Beatrice Casey.
Yeah, that was a really excellent score by Beatrice. I think the London forwards have been really good taking their shots. They've really got a few nice scores there now.
Yeah, really even contest here as London take the lead yet again. Low kick out from Nicole Hanley, aiming towards Orla Hickey on that occasion, but didn't go to her, but they've managed to keep onto it with Ona Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick goes sideways with this one. It's a good ball towards Roisin Bailey. Good work from Bailey to create the space for that pass, and now they're away again with Ruth Birmingham, the captain of this Carlow side, into the middle to Avian Gilmartin. Gilmartin across to Adele Hayden. Hayden now looking for options, decides to give it inside, and it's a good ball there too as well. But good work from the London defence on this occasion. Excellent stuff there from their number 2, Josephine Quinn. Beat Rachel Sawyer to the ball, and that's the first time that's happened from the London defence. Rachel was getting out very well up to that point, but good work from Quinn.
Yeah, Carlow have been getting a lot of joy off that kick in. That's probably the first one that they've lost. London defence might be getting a bit wise to it now.
Yeah, and London on the attack once more here. Good running from the side. There's been a foul though on Caroline McCarthy. It's brought back by referee Paul McCaughey from Westmeath. We're going to have a free now. A bit far maybe for Cunningham. She's talking about coming out. A little bit of a discussion between Cunningham and Mills. It's going to be left to Cunningham. And she's short from about 15 or so metres closer to goal a couple of minutes ago that she can score this. He's gone even further out now, so a very difficult free. The sun has thankfully stayed out here. We've 18 minutes played, Niamh. It's a difficult angle for Cunningham, but she put the last free over with ease.
Yeah, and she has a bit of a breeze behind her here, so she could back herself now and have a go.
It's Cunningham from the hands with this one. Certainly has the height, and it certainly has the distance and the accuracy with it. Excellent free from Aisling Cunningham. That's a warning for Carlow. But every time from about 40 metres or so, if they give away a free, there's a chance of a score.
Yeah, that's an excellent free, and that's a really, really good from the London centre forward.
Aisling Cunningham with her second point. This time Nicole Hanley, for the first time the game, has gone long. Very accurate kick out from the Carlow goal in. There's space for Sarah Doyle to run into here. That's not what London want to see. Good chasing back from Josephine Quinn. Doyle though has it. She's options with her. Going on her own for the moment before passing to Adele Hayden. Hayden goes trying to get it onto her left foot. Adele Hayden gets the shot away. But again, Josephine Quinn was there in near attendance. Got enough pressure on. It's another wide for Carlow. They're fifth. But again, Neil Ford, it's excellent defending from London. Initially, Carlow looked to be through on goal, but London got back very well.
Yeah, the London players did really well to get back there on Sarah. The kick out went right over their heads, but they did very well to defend that.
It remains London leading 6 points to 1-1 here in Netwatch Cullen Park in this TG4 LGFA Junior Football Championship Round 3 clash. And there's a call here, charging call, I think. But the London player is in a bit of trouble over here, and referee Paul McCoy is going to have a little chat with the lineswoman here over on that far side, but I think it was charging from Denise Doherty, number 17 on the London side. Just seemed to carry the ball into contact fairly forcefully there.
Yeah, that's something that referees have been really calling recently, so it's something players really have to be aware of.
Yes, Denise Doherty here could be in a bit of trouble, a bit of bookwork for Paul McCoy, and maybe a tick. I don't think it's worthy of a sin binning.
No, I wouldn't say so. I'd say she's got a tick there and a warning from the ref.
Just a tick, and as Neil Ford mentioned, a warning here. So it's Elaine Ware in possession for Carlow. We played 20 minutes exactly here in Netwatch Cullen Park, and it remains London leading by 2. They have the advantage of whatever wind is here going into the top left-hand corner, as you'd see it on screen. It's Carlow trying to work it through the hands now, and it's Avian Gilmartin met by the challenge of Fiona Tuig. Another free for Carlow. Ellen O'Brien pulling back. Nuala Moan, ball from Elaine Ware is a good one. Sarah Doyle really creating good angles to take passes in all throughout this game. It's Carlow now maybe with a shooting chance. Orla Hickey has it. Hickey trying to get a bit of help there. He finds it in Avian Gilmartin. Gilmartin won't be shy of shooting. Took a deflection. It's gone out for a 45. Well, the umpire had the hand up for the 45. Has changed her mind. The hand has gone back up. Hand has gone back up, and the whistle has come from referee Paul McCoy. So a bit of confusion. The umpire's hand went up initially, went back down. Cueva O'Reilly did very well to try and keep the ball in play. Unsuccessfully, it's turned out. So we're going to have a 45 here for Carlow.
Yeah, the London defence have been very solid. They've only really conceded 2 scores, but Carlow might feel a little bit unlucky with some of the shots that just haven't gone their way.
5 wides from Carlow to add to the 1-1 that they have scored. Of course, that goal coming from Rachel Sawyer, and the point from a free from Sarah Doyle. But it's Niamh Kelly lining up this 45. It's going to be a tricky one for Kelly. It's a decent strike. Going to drop inside the 14-metre line. Planned ball in for Elaine Ware. That'd be an excellent score, but she skewed it off her left boot. Has Elaine Ware. And that's a 6th wide. Very good delivery in from Niamh Kelly into Elaine Ware. A pre-planned move, but Elaine couldn't find the space to get the shot. A clean shot away.
Yeah, really good ball in, and Elaine did very well there to catch that. And just unlucky she caught the ball wrong.
She did, and Cueva O'Reilly takes this one short to her full back, Renee Murphy. Murphy going to be challenged there by Rachel Sawyer, but a little stutter step from the London full back gets her away from trouble to Cliona Tuig. Lovely pass from Tuig, foot pass into the bread basket of Denise Doherty. Onto that left-hand side, it's Ellen O'Brien advancing for London, advancing towards the 21 as well. Anytime London have got in deep in Carlow territory, it's usually resulted in a score. Has been patient as well, but this one for Cliona Tuig just showed a lack of patience that hasn't been there here to now. And Carlow easily, with 3 or 4 defenders to the 1 attacker there, come out with possession. And it's Ona Fitzpatrick who's on the run now for Carlow. Good work from the number 3. No, it wasn't indeed. It was Roisin Bailey that did very well there. Yeah, advancing like Ona Fitzpatrick could have thought it was.
Yeah, I think Ona did originally get the ball there and handed it off to Roisin.
It's a good delivery inside there as well, and Niamh Kelly gets it away to Sarah Doyle. The Carlow crowd here in attendance get their dander up as well. It's Kelly with the shot over the bar of goals. Much needed score for Carlow, and there's one between the sides again.
Yeah, again that kick pass working really well for Carlow, and that's a really well needed score, and we needed well there to finish that.
And the rain is coming down here in Netwatch Cullen Park as we would have expected. We got plenty of sunshine early on, but now the rain is back down, so will make conditions that bit trickier as Caoimhe O'Reilly takes the kick out to Martha Jordan. Jordan inside to her centre back Ellen O'Brien. It's London now trying to work their way out of the fence. It's Emer Alcorn all the way over on that far side, advancing past midfield. Looking at her options, there's a run inside, it's a good delivery and a good take back there by Caroline McCarthy. McCarthy looking for options, delivers it long towards Aisling Cunningham. It's been a plan all throughout this first half, and you can see why as Cunningham goes up, but there's plenty of Carlow help in defence. And it's Ellen Atkinson who reclaims possession. Aisling Cunningham down and will need a bit of treatment by the looks of things. She's up on her feet now though as the London number 11 as Elaine Ware hand passes off into the middle here, and it's Carlow working away with the hand pass. And it's Fitzpatrick out from her full back position, linking up with Gilmartin. And now on the run is Nia Murphy. Murphy inside to Adele Hayden. Hayden looking at the run, it's a good delivery inside to Rachel Sawyer. Sawyer now with a bit of space. They're not going to let her go around very easy as Josephine Quinn has the pace to stay with her. Does Quinn. It's Sawyer with the shot. It's a wild one from Rachel Sawyer given where the wind is, and that's another wide for Carlow. That's wide number 7 for this Carlow side. It's not going to count though because referee Paul McCoy has seen a free, and it's a chance for Sarah Doyle to get her second score of the game. So Sawyer, maybe in fairness, knew the advantage was coming, had a pot shot, but it's again a chance for Sarah Doyle.
Yeah, you can really see how blustery it is there. The wind sort of took that as it went up into the air. Sarah will definitely back herself now to putting this over, and be a seriously needed score from Carlow.
A chance to level this up. It's very similar to where she scored her first free from, pretty much exactly in the same position. She put that one over with ease. She will expect to do the same thing with this one, will Sarah Doyle, and that's exactly what the Carlow number 13 has done. Second free for Sarah Doyle. We have a level game here in Netwatch Cullen Park. It's just as tight as you would have imagined before throwing here, and it's London with the kick out with Caoimhe O'Reilly. Not happy as the referee with where Caoimhe O'Reilly has taken this one from, so we're going to have a restart.
Yeah, and Carlow have been happy to let London take those short kickouts, so I imagine we'll be seeing a lot more of that.
Caoimhe O'Reilly goes short as we expected to Josephine Quinn. It's inside now to Renee Murphy, and this has been the way London have started all their attacks throughout this game. Very good movement as Aisling Cunningham is now out from her full forward position. And it's Rebecca Mills, who's so prominent in the opening quarter, has had a quieter 10 minutes. But Mills still going here. She's going to get the shot away. It's a great shot from Rebecca Mills. She'd just been quiet, and now she isn't, and pops that one over the bar. And that is as good a score as you're going to see.
Yeah, it's a really, really good score there. She did very well. She was patient, and she definitely took the right option there.
Yeah, just kept it low with the wind as well, and had enough to travel as Carlow now have an injury back there.
I think that's Nuala Mohan.
Yeah, Nuala Mohan looks to be in a bit of trouble at the moment. We'll have a slight delay, so they have a very, very tight contest as we expected. London using that a breeze that has certainly got more advantageous as the half has gone on. They're using it very well, but Carlow very much in this game. They'll just be a little bit disappointed maybe with the wides that they've had from scoreable positions at times.
Yeah, I think so. They've had lots of possession of the ball and they've done really good going forward, and they will be disappointed with the wides, but the London forwards have been doing excellent all match. They've really kicked some excellent scores.
Indeed they have here as Nuala Mohan continues to get treatment. And an injury, it looks to be a head injury that she's suffering with. That's a chance for both sides to maybe take a bit of a breather here.
Yeah, it's been a really busy match. It's up and down. I'd say the players are looking forward to half time, have a bit of a break.
It's a bit like a basketball game. You score, I score, and we'll see what happens after that.
That's it,
Nuala Mohan is thankfully up on her feet and looks okay to be able to continue, so that's a positive for Carlow. Such a vital player to the side operating in the half back line this campaign, as Nicole Hanley goes short, but this time it may not work out for Carlow. Niamh Murphy did very, very well to win back possession from a 50-50 ball. There's a free for Carlow. We'll hand in there. Murphy takes this quickly over to Gilmartin. Going deep for possession, Avian Gilmartin has been a feature of Carlow's play in the first half as Ellen Atkinson finds a pass to Orla Hickey, and Carlow just with patience here. There's good running in the front forward line by Niamh Kelly, trying to create space inside for Rachel Sawyer, but Carlow have a lot of work to do to get to that stage yet. Nuala Moan has been tugged back again there. So it's another free for Carlow. There's a bit of space. Running on maybe there for Sarah Doyle, and it's Doyle that has it now for Carlow. Just good play from Doyle. Has pace to beat Emer Alcorn. On the run now, Sarah Doyle. Plenty of defenders advance here, but Sarah Doyle under severe pressure. Josephine Quinn has got in yet again for London. Had such a good half as the London number 2. Really doing her defensive detail very, very well here, but good work back there from the Carlow defender. And it's their centre back, Ellen Atkinson. Tigerish play from the Carlow number 6 to win possession back there, and ends a promising, what looked to be a promising London attack, and it's Atkinson plays it in the middle again to Roisin Bailey. Has Elaine Ware with her, goes to Ware, and Ware looking at her options now, goes backwards indeed as Carlow forced now to have a patient build up. It's Nuala Moan advancing forward with possession now. And good work from her into midfield now with Roisin Bailey going clean through now. Bailey, good work from the midfielder, tries to deliver it in. It's a poor attempted pass from Bailey though. Not sure exactly what she was looking for there, where the ball ended up. There was no Carlow forward anywhere near possession, and Caoimhe O'Reilly comes out before delivering long. It's long, but it's read by Ruth Berman, couldn't catch it. In goes Atkinson again, and it's deemed a foul by referee Paul McCoy, but it's a foul the other way. Foot came in from Aisling Cunningham, says the referee Paul McCoy. I think Ellen Atkinson thought the free was given against her.
Yeah, I think Ellen is a bit surprised at that one, but Carlow, you can see, are looking to kick it in, but the London defence are being very patient there. They're not giving them that option.
Very well drilled London defence is what we've seen here. Good work there though from their number 8 inside. It was Beatrice Casey that got the hand in. The long delivery comes towards Sawyer. Great take from Richard Sawyer. She's on the run here looking for a bit of help. She's going to be forced to come back outside. Maybe a shooting chance. Decides to give it across. Avian Gilmartin is well capable of scoring from here. But again, it's gone to the right and wide. It's so much promising play from Carlow so often, but too many times in this opening half hour, which time is up in this half now. The final shot hasn't gone to plan.
Yeah, really good catch there by Rachel, but you saw immediately when she got the ball, there was 4 London players around her. Great pass to Evie, and just again unlucky with the wide.
And it's London with possession now. Ellen O'Brien taking it on that far side. Met by the Rachel or Sarah Doyle, but it's gone inside now to Caroline McCarthy for London. McCarthy has shown already how much pace she has. Advances forward, gives it across to Niamh Walsh. Walsh takes a step up. Good work from Carlow defence, but there could be a chance here for Cliona Tuig. Out comes Nicole Hanley, quickly off her line as the Carlow keeper, and she's been fouled as well, but that's superb from Nicole Hanley.
Super from Nicole, yeah, really good ball in there.
And London hoping for their first real goal chance, but Nicole Hanley was quickly off her line. Very good goalkeeping work as Sarah Doyle has been blown up for overcarrying there. She had the pace to beat Ellen O'Brien, didn't need to overcarry it there, but just, I think the referee Paul McCoy got that one right. It's going to be a free to London.
Yeah, and London, really good vision there to put that ball in, and just unlucky that it didn't pay off.
Yeah, Cliona Tuig had made a great run from midfield. The London captain just a yard off before she could get to it, and Nicole Hanley was so fast to get off her line. We played a minute and a half here of added time in this opening half. And again, it's London on the attack, looking to make it a 2-point lead at half-time. Low one in towards Rebecca Mills. She's shown how dangerous she can be here with 2 points in the first half so far. Mills still going with it here. Great work from the number 14 for London. She goes backwards with it. And it's a chance now for Ellen O'Brien to restart this attack for London. Into the middle to Aisling Cunningham. Flicks it inside, and it's a good ball. The on-rushing. And it's Renee Murphy that had gone forward with that. That's the half-time whistle from referee Paul McCoy. That chance for London going astray here. We've played a very entertaining first half, and the sides head towards the dressing rooms. It's London that leads 7 points to 1-3. Leah Ford, your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, really, really good by both sides, and as we expected, really, really close match. I think Carlow will probably be a bit disappointed with the chances they've left behind them, and that's probably something they're going to talk about. But the London defence have also been very good. You have to give full credit there. I think London will want to push on now. They need to beat Carlow by 5 points at least if they don't want their year to end today. So we've seen more shooting, I'd say, from their forwards who've been really on form for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, very impressive stuff. London, every time they go forward, seem to have that little advantage here where Carlow, have missed chances, as you said. But indeed, it is London that do lead by a point. They need to score by more to have any hope of advancing into an All-Ireland semi-final. But Plenty of action ahead of us in the second half, and join us for the second half of this TG4 LGFA Junior Football Championship game very shortly. Welcome back to Netwatch Cullen Park for the second half of this TG4 LGFA Junior Championship game between Carlow and London. It's London that hold a slight advantage after that first half, leading 7 points to Carlow's 1-3, and joined again for the second half by Niamh Ford. Niamh, the sun has thankfully come back during half time and it didn't look great towards the end of that first half, but London will be very, very happy with what they've produced in that first half. Very accurate in front of goal when they have managed to get in behind that strong Carlow defence. On the flip side, Carlow, as we mentioned during that first half, 7 wides, little bit disappointing. It's something that Ed Burke will focus on at half time, surely.
Yeah, I'd say both teams had a lot to talk about at half time. London, as you said, are 1 point ahead, and I think they'll be pretty happy with that. They'll want to drive on now for the second half and get that 5-point win. And Carlow as well, they'll be looking back at the chances they've left behind, and they'll hopefully as well want to drive on and get the win back.
Carlow will have advantage of that breeze in the second half. It did prove fruitful at times for London, and Carlow did struggle in front of goals with it at times, but it is a very, very tight contest. Referee Paul McCoy from Westmeath hoping to get this underway fairly quickly, and a good performance from the referee in the first half too. Spotted the things for over carrying was one of his big things. He was very fair with both sides. So just waiting for the respective management teams and subs and backroom teams to get into position for the second half. Of course, that Carlow side, sponsored by O'More Environmental, a very big thing. Niamh, you'd know more about them than me now, but they're big supporters of this Carlow side.
Yeah, they've been really good to the team the last few years, and they've sponsored the jerseys, and they've also sponsored the team as well. So delighted to have them on board.
No doubt about that, as referee Paul McCoy does all his checks and gets us back underway. And it's Elena, the centre forward there, Aisling Cunningham, winning it for London. A very good first half into Caroline McCarthy, who's been very dangerous, and London looking so positive here. They have the advantage here. They're going to go for goal instead. They badly need a goal. The play will come back for the free. Clear tug in the jersey there, and a chance for Aisling Cunningham to get her third free of the game. Very impressive in front of goals with those 2 frees as Cunningham. You'd imagine, Niamh, that this will be well within her radar.
Yeah, absolutely. She kicked a stunning free from almost the 45, so this will be no bother to her. Carlow be happy, I'd say, to be off with the point. A goal would have been really disastrous for them.
And of course, more importantly for London to get to that 5-point winning margin that will get them within a chance of reaching the semi-final. They need to win. They need to win by that margin, or more, I suppose, is what they'll be thinking, hopefully. But
5 points at least.
Yeah, 5 points at least, as Carlow, of course, only need the win to book that semi-final spot against Limerick. As Cunningham takes this one, keeps it low, and it's gone into the back of the net. But the goal has been given, caught them unawares, and that's a goal for London, and that could prove massive in this game. Wasn't the greatest kick from Cunningham. I don't think she was trying to put it into the back of the net, but that's what happened. It caught the Carlow players on the line, just not fully concentrating. That could be massive.
Yeah, a bit of commentator's curse there by me, I think. Really well taken though. London really after bringing this game to Carlow now.
Yeah, it's Denise Doherty getting that good block inside there. Caroline McCarthy that's gone down injured, trying to switch play, but Carlow got the block in. She's still down injured as the London player. But Carlow with Ellen Atkinson advancing to A.V. Gilmartin. Now it's Carlow with it all to do here at Netwatch Cullen Park. Ellen Atkinson holds on to possession there, goes back into the middle to Roisin Bailey. Bailey now has a look for A.V. Gilmartin. There's 2 Carlow players on her initially, so she's forced to go elsewhere. It's Elaine Ware, good work on the shoulder from Ware. Another London player goes down injured, a clash off the ball. It's Josephine Quinn that's down, and it's Sarah Doyle on the attack as a result. Being met by Niamh Watts. Sarah Doyle still goes with Doyle with the shot. She opts for the point in the end. The angle was closing down for Sarah Doyle. She does well to pop it over. 3rd point of the game for her, and just what Carlow needed in response.
Yeah, really good by Sarah there to get the point back. Carlow really needed that score.
Indeed it did, as Caroline McCarthy looks to be up. She's moving a bit gingerly down off camera here towards the Carlow goal. But now we have a 3-point game again. A goal from Aisling Cunningham from the free, proving vital at the moment. Certainly it could prove vital later on in the game, but that's for talk as this game continues. Referee Paul McCoy just waiting here. We're giving the signal to Caoimhe O'Reilly to get us back underway, and O'Reilly's gone short with every single kick out today and goes short once more to Martha Jordan. Jordan down the line to her centre back Ellen O'Brien. O'Brien with a bit of space to run into before eventually being met by Sarah Doyle. Gives a low delivery Emma Mulhern was there, but Ellen Atkinson has been fouled. Good covering work from the Carlow centre back. Yet again, it's such a feature of her play. Aisling Cunningham, a dangerous player for London, but Atkinson has been as tight as you possibly can to her throughout.
Yeah, a really good battle between the two of these there so far.
Ona Fitzpatrick now to Nuala Moan, back inside then to Niamh Murphy, a bit of space for Fitzpatrick to run into, having given that ball away. And that's she done. Good work from the two full backline players. Niamh Murphy now bringing play in the 45. Still going with it, Niamh Murphy gets the pass away to Sawyer. Sawyer on the run. So dangerous for Carlow in that first half. Nicole Mulholland initially the player to get it close to her, and it's Niamh Walsh now, but Sawyer still going, gets the left-footed shot. Away does Rachel Sawyer. What a score from the Carlow full forward. And it doesn't get much better than that, Niamh Ford.
No, super score from Rachel there off the left. Really, again, really needed score by Carlow, and you can see the points that they were missing in the first half are starting to come to them now.
Yeah, 2 shots from Carlow in the second half, and that's 2 points from Sarah Doyle and Rachel Sawyer. That's 1-1 now for Sawyer, and it's a 2-point game once again here. Ellen O'Brien out to Jordan now, bit of space for the London halfback to run into. Decides to give it away to Renee Murphy, wearing 3 but playing further out from her full back position. It's Rebecca Mills now, 2 points in the first half for the number 14. Decides to switch it. It's a good ball in here. Chance for Mulhern. She got it back at the second attempt. It's to Beatrice Casey, and just a bit off balance with that one. Out comes Nicole Hanley. Did enough to get a hand in it to make sure London didn't come close to getting another goal, and it's mopped up back there, and away they come now to Carlow. Gilmartin has it. Back to Ruth Birmingham. In fact, it's Ona Fitzpatrick. Ellen Atkinson now, and Carlow with a bit of urgency. That goal, if they needed it, maybe the wake-up call that they could have needed. Ellen Atkinson now, low ball delivery into Sarah Doyle. Doyle does well to take, and she's away here from Renee Murphy. It's Sarah Doyle advancing. Ellen O'Brien can't catch her either. It's Sarah Doyle advancing towards the 21 for Carlow. It's Doyle with the shot. The finish hasn't matched the run though, and that's the first wide of the second half for Carlow. It's 8 overall, and Sarah will be disappointed with that one.
Yeah, Sarah made a seriously long run there. She had all the hard work done and just will be disappointed with that, but Carlow really starting to show now, really picking it up this half so far.
Yeah, it's London with that goal only to show for, but Carlow really advancing forward well, but just that finish going and begging for Sarah Doyle here as Niamh Walsh and Rachel Sawyer clash. It's Walsh that has been fouled by the Carlow number 12, operating at full forward, so dangerous inside, as we've mentioned throughout our commentary here. And it's Emer Alcorn now with the pass to Josephine Quinn, and Rebecca Mills so deep, but those rampaging runs throughout have caused Carlow all sorts of problems in this game. It's Mills going for her 3rd point. It's Rebecca Mills, and just like Carlow in the first half, the wind proving a problem as she takes that shot. Another good run from the number 14 from London, Niamh, but unable to find the finish.
Yeah, super run there, and it just went just to the wrong side of the post for maybe going down back goal there. I think it gets the wind.
Yeah, the wind pushing into that side, yeah. And it's proved a problem all game on that side as Ona Fitzpatrick goes on a rangy run here for Carlow. Looking at her options, just lost possession for a moment here, and it's Carlow. They're going to do well to hold on to this one. So Avian Gilmartin under pressure. This one didn't go to plan, and away they come now with Emma Mulhern. Mulhern, the kick pass, trying to get it inside to the full forward line. Niamh Murphy is there for Carlow. Hasn't been fouled, says the referee. Looks to be a hand in the back from Caroline McCarthy. The referee says no, and it's Ellen O'Brien now for London in possession. She has been fouled though, says referee Paul McCaughey of Westmeath. It's Oisin Bailey that is deemed to have fouled the London player. And even though it's going to be a very, very difficult angle and distance for Aisling Cunningham, Niamh, she'll fancy her chances with this one.
Yeah, she will, and there is a bit of a breeze blowing across the field which should favour her a bit. She'll definitely, I'd say, take her score, take her shot here.
Just a bit of physio for Ellen O'Brien here. I don't think it's anything too serious, but Aisling Cunningham trying to take the free anyway. She's going to go short with it. Trying to catch Carlow unawares, and she's got the pass away here. It's Caroline McCarthy. Excellent work from London. Easy as you like there to put them into a 3-point lead again.
Yeah, really nice score there. Really excellent pass in.
Yeah, Caroline McCarthy got out in front of Niamh Murphy, took the pass from Aisling Cunningham and popped it over the bar. And we're going to have Ellen O'Brien is okay to continue here. Paul McCoy giving the signal now for Nicole Hanley to take the kick out. Ball goes short into the middle to Nuala Mohan. Mohan challenged quickly here. London trying to advance a little bit, making sure Carlow don't get out of the fence easily, but there's a bit of space for Niamh Murphy to run down this wing. Diligent defending though from Niamh Walsh. Orla Hickey takes possession. Hickey's been fouled. He'll tug back on a jersey by her opposite number, Emma Mulhern. And Mulhern protesting the decision from the referee, Paul McCoy. Advances it forward, much to the delight of the Carlow faithful here in Netwatch Cullen Park. And a little ticking for Emma Mulhern as well.
Yeah, that's been a feature of London's game so far. They've really been putting pressure on the Carlow backs when they're coming out with the ball.
We're going to have a first substitution of the game here. It's number 23, Katrina McGann from the Parnells Club is about to enter the fray here for London. So it's McGann on. And the player coming off is number 17, Denise Doherty. So the first change of the game. Katrina McGann from Parnells in London is on for number 17, Denise Doherty, as Carlow take this one. And just trying to advance it forward here. Patient build-up as always, going through the hands, trying to create a bit of space. That's Ellen Atkinson with the ball in hand now for Carlow. No real options for Ellen. Again, it's London just getting enough players back. There's only two inside the Carlow half there, but there's a foul there on Ruth Birmingham. And it's going to be advanced forward again. London, some silly things here. There's Beatrice Casey on this occasion that just threw the ball away a little bit, and referee Paul McGaughy is having absolutely none of that. There'll be a ticking as well for Beatrice Casey as Carlow line up their first substitution. Onto the field comes Ava Kiernan, regular starter for this Carlow seed as well. Ava.
Yeah, Avie making way there for Ava.
Ava Gilmartin, yeah, and the other one is going to be Dana O'Brien, and very, very experienced forward and well able to score as well, Dana O'Brien. So two substitutions here for Carlow. And O'Brien coming on, just waiting for confirmation of the second player. That's Adele Hayden, I think, coming off.
Adele making way for Dana there.
Dana O'Brien and Ava Kiernan on for Gavin Gilmartin and Adele Hayden. And we'll be free for Sarah O'Doyle on the 45-metre line. Sarah may have a crack at this one. With the breeze, it's going to drop short and around the 14 towards the limit. It's bouncing, it's bouncing. It's won back there well by London, and away they come with possession. And the ball's going to be played out there to Renee Murphy. And it's London now with possession. It's they that lead by 3 points here in Netwatch Cullen Park. 11 minutes played in the second half of this TG4 LGFA Junior Football Championship, and it's London on the attack again here. Rebecca Mills has been fouled. The ball's played across. There's plenty of space for Katrina Tuig, their captain. Kleena Tuig, I should say. It's Tuig now trying to create a bit of space. She got 1 point in the first half. Gives this pass away. Mulhern on the run now is Ashton Cunningham. Cunningham was going for a shot. Is that a foot clock? The referee says no, and Carlow come away with possession. London going for the goal. They know they need to win by more than 5 points, or 5 points or more, I should say here. But it's Carlow now on the attack through Roisin Bailey. Good defensive work from Carlow to deny that goal scoring opportunity, Niamh.
Yeah, really good there. That goal, again, really would have been disastrous for Carlow. So good defending, good patience by the backs. Really good play though by London, and again, probably unlucky to get it away.
Minnie Kelly on the run here now for Carlow after taking that pass from Dan O'Brien. Good defending again, back there though from Martha Jordan, and London have the ball. Just disrupting that Carlow attack, and it's into the middle now with their captain Kleena Tuig. Tuig on the run now for London, looking at her options inside. She goes long in towards Aisling Cunningham. Cunningham is going to break for her or Emma Mulhern. The shot comes in. It's the substitute just on the field. I should have said Katrina McGann. Katrina had more time than I think she realised there. Just a bit of a chance, and again it's gone wide. Left as we, or right as we look at it, but left as Nicole Hanley sees it. So all throughout this game, that's been a problem for both sides. But a chance for London, and a 4 point lead could have been very, very big for them.
Yeah, definitely. It's just pulled it wide. I think the wind took it a bit, but
it's Carlow now advancing, struggling to get out of their 45. The last 5 or 6 minutes here, but done so with minimum fuss on this occasion. There's the ball delivered in by Ona Fitzpatrick. She's continuing her run as well, is the Carlow full back, but it's Sarah Doyle in towards the lane where. Chance for a lane where. The whistle goes. Little shoulder into the back, says the referee Paul McCaughey. So going to have a free, and maybe a smart foul by London on that occasion as the lane where was heading in towards goal. That's what Carlow were trying to create on that occasion, but they're going to have to settle for a free, and you would imagine a fairly routine one for Sarah Doyle.
Yeah, I'd say Sarah popped us over, but super ball in there by her and really, really well taken by Elaine Ware. She's been up closer to the goal this half, which is something that I think she'll be very happy with. She's an excellent scorer, and it'd be really to Carlow's advantage if they could get her on the ball around the scoring area.
Yeah, especially with her size as well. She's really able to catch ball. We saw it in the first half. Unlucky not to get a score from Niamh Kelly's delivery from the 45, but it's Sarah Doyle. Scored 3 points so far in this game, 2 frees and 1 from play. And she pops that one over with consummate ease yet again. So that's 4 for Sarah Doyle. The third free of the game, and that's a 2-point game now. Yet again, London leading Carlow 1-8 to 1-6.
Something going on here with the referee. He looks to
he's
be
not happy with it. He's not happy with that. So we had it marked down, but we'll have to take it off and maybe put it on. Not sure what the confusion it was with referee Paul McCaughey there.
Sarah must have taken it from too close or something, but I'd imagine she'll still pop this one over.
I don't think it's going to be too much difficulty for Sarah Doyle. Goes a lot higher with it on this occasion, but still results in a point for Carlow. So officially now it's back to a 2-point game, with London leading by 2 after 14.5 minutes here in Netwatch Cullen Park. It's taken quickly by Caoimhe O'Reilly into Josephine Quinn. And now it's Nicole Mulholland for London. That's London full back line operating so well. There's Quinn again, giving the pass away. Patience again from London. And it's Renee Murphy now in possession. Low hand pass from Murphy. Just delayed by Rebecca Mills, but Mills gets the pass away and on the run now for London. Murphy has continued it. Still Renee Murphy going, looking at options. Finds one there, captain Cleena Tuig. Tuig left footed delivery in towards McGann. Good work from Niamh Murphy. Got a hand to it, but it does result in a 45 for London. Good ball in towards Emma Mulhern, indeed it was, for London. Looking to sniff out that goal, and it's been very noticeable, certainly in the last 5 or 6 minutes, Niamh, that London are looking for goals more than they were.
Yeah, definitely. They're really playing with intent now, and their pass and their build-up play towards goal has been excellent. They just haven't quite been able to get that last pass away, but you'd imagine that those chances are going to start coming for London.
Yeah, it's going to be Emma Mulhern with the 45. Places on the ground. It'll be a difficult one into the breeze. Get this one close, and maybe a deliver. It's a pass indeed, and it's a good pass to Caroline McCarthy. Onto the run of Renee Murphy. Murphy got a hand to it, but out from Carlow. Again, defence. It's Ona Fitzpatrick, then helped out. As Carlow that come away. Good work. Much to the delight of the strong home crowd here, but a reckless hand pass, and it's London that have picked it up again through Ellen O'Brien. Pass comes now to Caroline McCarthy, a very willing runner, and that's a foul all day long. And a bit of a nasty collision between the two. It was a foul, but I think they collided as well, and there's maybe a problem here for Caroline McCarthy.
Yeah, both players on the ground there. I'd say that was a sore one for both of them.
I just can't see from our angle here who the Carlow player is that's down. It's Antoinette Dowling indeed, yeah, wearing number 4. Very experienced player from the FINA club here in Carlow, but nasty collision, but you'd hope that both players will be fine. But it has been noticeable, as we mentioned, London leading by 2. They need goals.
Yeah, they need goals, and they're really trying to create those chances to create the goals. They've been really good now. They've really been playing with serious intent. You can see, as opposed to the first half, that they want the goal. They're going to make their chances, and they'll take their chances as well.
Yeah, but on the other side of that, Carlow's full backline really holding firm. Very experienced full backline of Niamh Murphy, Ona Fitzpatrick and Antoinette Dowling. As we see Dowling getting a bit of physio now, seems to be okay. I think Caroline McCarthy is just maybe a bit winded, the London number 15, but both players look to be fine and able to carry on. We're going to restart with a free for London. Referee Paul McCoy just having a chat with his lineswoman there, just making sure that he has all the decisions right here. Just looking around as the referee. He's having a chat with Aisling Cunningham as he has the book out as well, Niamh, so maybe ticking for Antoinette Dowling, I think is all it would be.
Yeah.
And just a little warning as well to go with it as he makes his way over there. Aisling Cunningham taking this one, goes short again. It's such a feature of London. That's good. I thought there was going to be another free, but it's play away here. It's Beatrice Casey on the run. She's been blown up for overcarrying as the London number 8. Who's definitely operating closer to goal in this half as well.
Yeah, Carlow did well there. The Carlow full back line has been very strong this whole match. Ona Fitzpatrick ruled the roost there in full back.
Yeah, no surprise. Such an experienced player. And of course a basketball star as well with it, as Carlow advance forward through their captain Ruth Birmingham into the attack now, and it's Sarah Doyle delivering long just over the head of Niamh Kelly, and maybe better to hold on to that one. It's a risky pass and London have mapped that up at ease.
Yeah, high ball there. You can see Elaine Ware is positioning herself in full forward there.
It's Elaine Ware they're trying to find, so plenty of switches there. Carlow definitely with Elaine Ware operating closer to goals. Now there's a bit of space for Emma Mulhern into Tuig. Cliona Tuig has McGann with her. McGann takes possession, looking for the pass now. Katrina McGann, and gets it away to Caroline McCarthy. McCarthy back to McGann. Very good work here from London's McGann with the shot just over the bar. It looked like it could have went into the top corner. They'll settle for the point with London and puts them 3 points ahead again, but a brilliantly worked move. McGann involved twice and an excellent finish as well.
Yeah, really good there from London, really good counter attack. Rachel Sawyer is down there looking for a bit of attention. She'll be a serious loss to Carlow if...
Yeah, it's a head injury she's complaining with as well. Of course, Rachel Sawyer probably switching with Elaine Ware. That's why she's operating closer to her own goal right now, but maybe around the midfield area.
Yeah, she's been out around the middle. She's a seriously good player for hassling and defending. She's as good at turning over football as she is scoring, so she's been out around the middle, and Elaine Ware has been moving in towards the forwards. They haven't really had the chance, I don't think, to really try it out. They haven't had as much possession in the forwards as they did in the first half, but they're having a bit of break now, and they'll have a chat with themselves, sort it out. But of course London will do the same. So
yeah, 20 minutes gone here in Netwatch Cullen Park of this TG4 LGFA Junior Football Championship clash. Very close game, but that goal early on in this first half from a free from Aisling Cunningham that caught Carlow unawares has really been the difference here. So at the moment it's London in pole position in this game, but not in pole position for qualification to the All-Ireland semi-final.
you can see how tight the London players are marking Carlow ones. They really been putting pressure on the kick out, yeah, as opposed to Carlow are letting London get the kick out.
Just seeing here, if you keep an eye on Aisling Cunningham and Ellen Atkinson, just a few nudges here and there, a few shoulders. Cunningham marking her very, very tightly, you can see. Hands are up as if she's an innocent party, but it's Carlow that managed to get play away here. It's one of their substitutes, Ava Kiernan, that has it. It's won again by London initially, but Carlow have it now. And there's a bit of space to run into here for Sarah Doyle. She's Niamh Kelly inside, opposite goal herself to Sarah Doyle. Still going with it is the Carlow number 13. Finds Rachel Sawyer. Sawyer drops it. Maybe a little lost here as Dana O'Brien strikes that one. It's a poor effort from Dana O'Brien. That'll be the 9th white of the game for Carlow. 7th in the first half. 7 in the first half and 2. It won't be the 9th white because play has been brought back by the referee for a foul. So a lucky escape for Carlow there because it was a very promising attack, but it came to nothing in the end. But it ends up in this chance for Sarah Doyle. There was maybe a sniff of a goal if it had been delivered into Niamh Kelly earlier.
Yeah, Sarah will take her time now and have a go at this over the bar. Donna's first real effort of the match, probably a little bit disappointing from her, but she's a seriously good kicker, and I'd say she'll be looking to get on more ball now for the last few minutes.
We've also had a change in the breeze direction as well as Sarah Doyle strikes this one, has the accuracy yet again. That's 5 for Sarah Doyle. It's another one for Carlow, 2-point game again, but the wind has changed here, certainly down in front of us, but if you look at the flag behind the goal, it looks like it's changed in London's favour, so an advantage that Carlow had in the first half with the breeze doesn't seem to be there anymore. More swirling one now as Cliona Tuig finds Rebecca Mills in midfield. About 30 metres of space for Mills to run into, and that's exactly what she's going to do before delivering into McGann. Good take by McGann at the second a second attempt into Beatrice Casey, running in on goals. Has lost possession, but she's been fouled, says referee Paul McCaughey, and a chance now for London to go 3 points clear once again.
Yeah, London doing really well there on the build-up and did very well there to win the free. Good pass in. Carlow just unlucky not to win it, but again, they'll be happy to get away with a point here because that could have been a goal.
Yeah, it's Katrina McGann that's going to take this one just from the right hand side. So obviously with that left boot, she's going to take over the duties from that side. And we've seen Katrina McGann involved very much since she came onto the field. This time Carlow have, 6 players on the line, making sure there's no mishaps like what happened for Aisling Cunningham's goal. But it's McGann looking for her second point, no problem whatsoever for the London number 23. It's her second point, first from a free, and London go 3 clear once again. Kick out now coming from Nicole Hanley, but she'll have to deal with an errant ball on the field before she gets a chance to restart play. But there's going to be a substitution first, and it's Sinead Hayden coming onto the field for Carlow. Could be Rachel Sawyer coming off. It's Roisin Bailey indeed. That's going to come off. So that's going to force a rejig as well. Let's see Elaine Ware go back into midfield for the moment anyway.
I think so, yeah. And I just noticed there as well, Aisling Cunningham seems to be going full forward. She's picking up Ona Fitzpatrick there for that kick out.
It's Niamh Murphy with possession for Carlow. She's fouled the ball, says the referee, so London have another chance from a free here. They're going to take it quickly. Emma Mulhern, but Elaine Ware is there, but they've managed to hold on to it through with Rebecca Mills. Ellen O'Brien now in possession for London. It's a hand pass away to Emma Mulhern, and who does the same thing into Cleena Tuig. 3 points the difference here with 24.5 minutes played. It's London that need more scores here in the closing stages. Inside it comes now to Rebecca Mills. Mills with the opportunity, decides to pass it instead. Mills takes possession back, switches play out to Ellen O'Brien in a bit of space. Got Cleena Tuig down in front of her, 20 metres or so, and the pass comes to Cleena Tuig. Tuig maybe trying to fashion a shooting chance. The hand pass is well blocked down. I think it was Ava Kiernan that got the hand on that as Carlow move forward now, a bit of space to run into. Possession with Ruth Birmingham, their captain. Elaine Ware has it. Ware with the pass now into Sinead Hayden. Pass comes away. In fact, that was Niamh Kelly. Now it's Rachel Sawyer running through. Sawyer on the run. Josephine Quinn is with her. Rachel Sawyer keeps going. Still advancing. Rachel Sawyer on the left boot. Brilliant score from Sawyer. And once more we have a 2-point game.
Yeah, really good there by Rachel. Again, off the left boot. She's as good on the left as she is on the right, and Carlow will be happy with that now. It just keeps that 5-point margin a little bit further away for London.
Indeed it does here. 2 points in it once again here. A cracking game, has to be said, between these two very evenly matched sides, as London on the attack, and Rebecca Mills has done so much running in this game. She's so dangerous on the run. Into the middle it goes to Aisling Cunningham. She knocks off 2 players illegally, so says referee Paul McCoy. The Carlow fans are happy with it, but the London contingent isn't exactly enamoured with the referee after that, and he's going to move the ball forward due to Aisling Cunningham's protestations as well. So
yeah, those are always contentious ones both sides. You think that they have the free, but yeah,
50-50 call. It's gone in Carlow's favour despite Aisling Cunningham's protestations, as we've said. The London player down as well, but Elaine Ware has been able to restart the game. It is Sinead Hayden in possession now, first possession of the game after she just came onto the field for Roisin Bailey. Back it comes now to Doyle. In the middle is Elaine Ware for Carlow, pushing hard now into the London defence. It's collision with Elaine Ware's face there. Renee Murphy feels she was an innocent party there, but the free has been given against her. A chance now for Sarah Doyle. Scored one from a similar angle 5 or 6 minutes ago. A chance to put 1 point between the sides with 27 minutes on the clock. But there's going to be a substitution before all that happens. Number 26 for London, Lorraine Lamb from Tyrconnell Gales is coming on. I think it's Emma Mulhern that's going to depart the action for this London team. Indeed it is Emma Mulhern who's gone off. 1 point in that first half did the London number 10 as Sarah Doyle lines this one up.
She's Elaine Ware in there.
It's going to drop into London's hands. The plan was give it into Elaine Ware. Didn't work out for Carlow. And straight away into the action is Lorraine Lamb. Hand passes the ball away to a teammate on this occasion. Good challenge there from Dan O'Brien, but Mia Vodge was able to get the pass away to her captain, Cleena Tuig. Tuig has switched play, and there's loads of space over there if London can get it, and they can. The pass from Ellen O'Brien didn't go to plan though. London still have possession with Rebecca Mills. Time running out here for Carlow, but London need to get a goal and they need it quickly. Have any hope of advancing into the semi-final of this All-Ireland Junior Football Championship. On the run now is Beatrice Casey. She's got Katrina McGahan with her. Fouled is Beatrice Casey. And gets the shot away, knowing the advantage was coming. I think the whistle had already been blown by referee Paul McCaughey at that stage. So it's going to be a free in for London, but they need something to happen fast. Carlow indeed won't want this defeat. They know if they get a goal, they're automatically into the semi-final, but they can't seem to get that goal scoring chance.
Yeah, it's a strange one. Like, London are ahead by 2 points, but they're also the ones that are under pressure to get a score. And Carlow are really packing the defence there now. They do not want to concede a goal.
It's in there with Lorraine Lamb. Lamb gets the shot away, but too many Carlow players there. Never going to be a good option to get the goal. And Carlow come away with possession. Okay, come now. It's Ellen Atkinson working it very well through the hands here. The Carlow defence. Orla Hickey inside it comes to Niamh Murphy. Carlow now. No real rush here as Ellen Atkinson takes possession once more. Pushing forward in numbers now, this Carlow side. It's Atkinson. Has options in the middle. And she gives that option in to Sarah Doyle. Doyle has it. Unable to get close to goals throughout this half, but she's running clear now. Is Sarah Doyle still going with it? Sarah Doyle dummies to shoot, brings it back onto her left, gets the hand pass away to Niamh Kelly. Now it's Rachel Sawyer. Right people in the right place for Carlow. That's what they're hoping. Sawyer's been fouled. Gets the shot away anyway. And with the left boot, Rachel Sawyer puts 1 point between the sides. It's the 3rd point of the second half for the number 12. All 3 have come off her left boot. And that's an outstanding score.
Yeah, really good. And from Rachel, and time starting to run out from Carlow. You can see Ed Burke calling his players back again into defence, that they don't want to give away a goal.
Yeah, the rain is teeming down now here again in Netwatch Cullen Park in the closing stages of this game. It's Quiver O'Reilly ready to take this. It's gone short with every kick out throughout this game. Ed Burke still roaring encouragement onto his players as London line up another substitute here. It's Niamh O'Brien, I think, from the Parnell Club. No, in fact it's not. It's Rosemary Dolay, Holloway Gale Club in London, and on she comes now for this London side. Player to come off, we're just confirming now. It's Emer Alcorn that has departed. Indeed it is, as Quiver O'Reilly takes this one. Emer Alcorn off. On for London is Rosemary Daly. Rosemary straight into the action here. It's London really in desperate mode now to try and get a goal. It may not even be enough for them. It's the lead that's fouled here, leaves the free to Ellen O'Brien. Very much closing stages. We played a minute of at a time so far here. And it's London on the run. There's been a foul there on Beatrice Casey. We're going to have a foul for London, but Beatrice Casey will be maybe needed to be attended to quickly here.
Yeah, she's up again. She just got a bit of a slap there.
Yeah, this game very much going down to the wire as this free is taken by Ellen O'Brien. Out to Daly, back inside to O'Brien, and it's a goal that London need. Still going with a good challenge in defence though, but London hold on to possession. Out to Renee Murphy, trying to get through the middle. It's very crowded. Fouled again though on Carlow. It's smart defending. It may be cynical, but it's very smart defending. Well, London will try and need to fashion something, and they'll need to fashion it very quickly. 1 point they lead, but they need more than that. Have any hope of qualifying. Can play Limerick in the All-Ireland semi-final.
Yeah, London will probably...
Shot to Beatrice Casey. It didn't around the back of the net. Well, square ball. Square ball is the decision from Paul McCoy. It was a good delivery from Beatrice Casey, but it doesn't go to plan, and Nicole Hanley will take the free out for Carlow. We're up to 2.5 minutes of added time play. Very much at the discretion of referee Paul McCaughey now. As Carlow go with it, fouled. Back there is Orla Hickey.
Yeah, Carlow just need to hold possession now. You can hear the home crowd here really driving them on.
Yeah, fantastic crowd here at Netwatch Cullen Park for this game this afternoon. Free, Niamh Murphy with the free for Carlow. Just launches it forward. Pretty aimless one from Niamh Murphy, but it's far away from goals, and that's what Carlow want. It's been taken Well, it's been left to go over the line, the end sideline by Niamh Walsh. And it's London starting again with Cliona Tuig. Pass inside to Delay. Rosemary Delay just on the field but having an impact early. One player that certainly had an impact is Katrina McGahan. Under pressure now with Ona Fitzpatrick, but McGahan still going. Hand pass away to Beatrice Casey. Casey going towards goal. Hasn't been fouled since the referee. And oh yeah, it's going to be a free out to Carlow. Swinging arm back by Beatrice Casey is the call from the referee. We've played 3.5 minutes of added time now. Surely close to time up, Niamh. But again, that Carlow defence has done brilliantly in the second half to make sure, outside of that little mishap and Aisling Cunningham's free, they've done excellently in stopping London from creating any real goal chances.
Yeah, because they were definitely under pressure there not to concede any scores, and they've done really, really well. Ona especially has been really, really strong back there, and Niamh and Anto on the wings have also been excellent. I think,
yeah,
well,
there's been a yellow card here for Beatrice Casey, protesting too much towards the referee, and that's going to be the end of her game. Big loss for London, but I think its time is up nearly here for London as Casey comes off the field. London have the ball in attack once more, and it's their captain Cliona Tuig into Rosemary Delay. Delay with the hand pass off now to Lamb. Lamb on the run. Casey certainly isn't happy with that decision as Renee Murphy takes it up now. Chance for Rosemary Delay. They need a goal, they need more than one maybe. It's Aisling Cunningham running into two Carlow defenders, but the foul is coming, and it's a chance again for London to create something.
Yeah, Carlow happy to give away fouls out there far away from the goal, and time really running out for London now. You'd think we've played almost 5 minutes of extra time, so it's down to discretion of the referee now.
Indeed it is. Aisling Cunningham leaves this one. Just waiting on what they're going to do here. Just delivered inside. It's the half of London, and the keeper is up too, Caoimhe O'Reilly, but the full-time whistle has gone here, and that's the end of the game, and London have won the game 110-219. It is Carlow that could advance beyond this. Niamh, your final thoughts on the game and what can happen next?
Yeah, really strange one. Like, London obviously with the win, but won't be going any further. Carlow, I think, will probably be a little bit disappointed that they did give that away. But as we expected, really, really close match, really good from both sides. Yeah, and Carlow, who topped the group, will progress into the semi-finals. They'll be really happy with that, back to where they were last year.
Yeah, it's Carlow back into the semi-final, where they will play Limerick. Of course, they met at the quarter-final stage, a game you played in last year in Birmingham. Carlow coming out on top in that game, of course, but Limerick got to the league final this year. They've advanced further maybe from where they were last year. Be a very, very tight game. I know Graham Shine, Limerick manager, is watching this game very, very closely today. He knows plenty about Carlow as it is. But, you know, Ed Burke, it's job done from Carlow's point of view. They've reached the semi-final, and that's all that really matters. They will be disappointed to have actually lost this game, but they would be very happy with some of the play they've produced in this game without getting to win. Maybe those wides in the first half contributing to the defeat. But on the flip side, heading into a semi-final, it's plenty to work on for Ed Burke and his management team.
Definitely, yeah, and we're creating a lot of chances up the front, which is probably something that they look back on the league and identified as something that they did need to do more of. So I think they will be happy with that. And again, they did kick, I don't know how many wides.
8 wides.
So, which is, yeah.
The only 1 wide in the second half and 7 in the first half. And that breeze was tricky. So maybe he won't hammer him too much in training this week.
No, I think they'll be happy with that, and they'll be really looking forward to a semi-final. And they'll really, I think, Carlow this year, they've worked really hard. They work hard every year, but they really, I think, will fancy themselves to go all the way. And they'll definitely are well capable of it. Limerick and Carlow will be really, really close matched in the semi-final. It's hard to even call who would be the favourites for that.
Well, that's it. It's here. London have won the game 110-19. But indeed, it's Carlow that advance into the LGFA or TG4 LGFA Junior Championship semi-final. That's all from us here in Netwatch Cullen Park, where Carlow in defeat advanced to the semi-final. Many thanks to Niamh Ford for joining us in commentary today. That's all from us in Netwatch Cullen Park. Join us for more live action shortly.